So I went up to the National Aquarium with Zion in Baltimore yesterday. We had a long bus ride up, and the whole time there, he was playing on my iPad. He got really good at that game. Ah, yeah, they had an old submarine there called the Torsk that was like 75 years old and, you know, had a crew of like 65 when it was fully operational. But you had to pay money to take the tour, so I didn't get to do it. Those are river trout. Megalodon, jaws. Lots of gross reptiles. These little shrimpy things kept flipping and flopping and didn't stop moving the whole time. Yep, excitable. The first exhibit we went to there was an Australia exhibit. So they were trying to emulate the rainy season in Australia. Oh, I learned that turtles never can pull their heads inside their shells. Any turtle lives in the water, like there's a long-necked turtle there. They can never pull their heads inside their shells, but on land, tortoises can. This lady was showing us that these fish spit the bugs off of branches to knock them into the water so they can eat them. So here in a second, yep, there it is. Here's the spit. She said their eyes are adjusted to be able to aim even though the water refracts and bends the light. This was the emulation of the Great Barrier Reef, which was really cool. And these rays that were swimming around, the camera doesn't quite show the size and the scope of them, but it's really impressive. Like if I laid down and put my arms wide across, I doubt that I would be able to grab the edges of it, but maybe I could. They just look mean. I don't know, what is that, a tiger shark? Look at those stupid teeth. Ew. I just thought that kid's hair looked nice against that light. That's an American bullfrog. That's a handful. And that is, what are they? Flounder. Yep. The eyes on the side of that's a... Oh, help me out. They steal shells. They find new shells. Hermit crab. Oh, man, my brain. Oh, yeah, and this was the touch part. You know, you're allowed to use 2 fingers and whatever. Under there's just like a little starfish, the creature under the ledge he was about to show. And for the jellyfish portion, I've never seen jellies like that. And he said that, you know, you're not supposed to touch the bottoms of them. I'm assuming that's for their sake, but also for our sake. Touch the tops, not the bottoms. If I was fishing and I caught that guy, I'd probably be able to have supper. I love octopus. Oh my word. Such smart, cool creatures. The only thing that's hard in their whole body is their beak. Their whole body, if their beak can fit through it, they can fit through the hole. Because they can squish themselves all the way down. Look at the eyes on this weirdo. Weird. I thought that seahorse was really pretty. I don't know what those other creatures were in there with him. And there's Nemo. Also later on there was Dory. Oh, the location of this place, like looking over the inner harbor, is just a kind of a fun setting. It's a beautiful place it'd be a fun place to have an office. That's the water taxi, which we didn't get to go on. They also had these little paddle boat thingies that it would have been fun to go on. Oh, this guy had just finished a long swim. He had been underwater for a long time, but I didn't quite get good in focus video of it, so here he is drying himself. That's a whale skeleton, which they have hanging in the central area. That's a piranha skeleton. And there was an assortment of tiny poisonous frogs who are all very colorful. It's hard for me to express just how teensy they are, or a lot of them were anyway, because you have nothing to compare it to. But if I had a quarter in there, you'd see that some of these guys are like this, smaller than it. Like those guys. Oh my word, they're so teensy, fit on your pinky fingernail. You see that monkey up in their little house? Got some good eye contact from the tortoise there. And for some reason, one more frog. That's a dolphin right behind Zion there. Nice teal background. This lady was super helpful and informative. At the end of her session on the dolphins, she and I had a good talk, and I asked her about, where do dolphins live? Do they migrate? Are they stationary? She said actually some of the pods are stationary, like in Florida, because they have warm water. They're warm-blooded, and they need warm water, or like it. They prefer it. And they have a plentiful food source in Florida. However, some pods do migrate. And due to the warming of the oceans, Gulf Stream waters are going further north, but then they'll dissipate, and so things like sea turtles will sometimes become stranded, and they'll beach themselves because the air is warmer than the water, and then they'll be trapped and die because it's kind of like hypothermia. Whatever the reptilian equivalent of that is for those creatures, but obviously dolphins are warm-blooded, so that's not quite the same. But they do go further north now because of the water warming. She said, happy dolphin hunting, because they come all the way past, in August when our ocean water is warmer in the Atlantic, they do come past our beaches. So I thought the dolphin thing was the coolest part of the entire experience. Oh, also in the wild they can, or not just in the wild, but they can live up to 60 years. But the average, they live to about 30, is what she said. And they have hereditary diseases and things that they get. So, because these ones were pretty much raised in captivity, they already know what their medical issues are going to be from their family history. And then we were looking at the shark area, and I thought it was funny that I was just as excited to see underwater humans as I was to see underwater fish, maybe more so even. Hey, I know you! I was feeding some lettuce to those fish. So they had, so like in his left hand he has little sardine kind of a things with a little cup, and then in his right hand he's working with the vegetarians. So you got meat-eating fish and you got veggie-eating fish. Yeah, he saw me through the glass and said, hey-o. That's Miss Taylor on the left. And then that's Tom Cruise in the water there. Or is it Fonzie? It's definitely Fonzie. These guys, I don't know. If you said, would you want to swim with him? I would say, when's the last time he ate food? I still wouldn't want to do it. Ew. That one's much prettier. Here comes the Ray. Hello, Ray. Again, hard to describe the scope of some of these creatures. That is a huge fish. Oh, and that sea turtle only had 3 fins, but seemed to swim just fine. Thank you very much. There was this weird game where you picked out words and you put them up on a screen, and for some reason the kids didn't want to leave that area. We kind of circled back around and went back to the Australia thing at the end because it was actually really neat, and we kind of viewed it in a rush. That is a crocodile, and here are the eyes and snout of a crocodile above water. That bird again for the second time. I thought that mug was great. Simon's like, why didn't you buy it? And I'm like, because I don't feel like paying $10 for a mug. We did pay $10 for that stupid little shark puppet. And then Mom and Baby were happy to see us. Yay.